What if the biggest thing stopping your life from changing is the way you think? In a quiet village, there lived an elderly woman named Grace. Her hair was silver, her face lined with soft wrinkles, but her eyes were bright, warm, and full of kindness. No matter how difficult life became, Grace was always smiling. She lived alone in a small house near a large oak tree. Her husband had passed away many years earlier, and she had no children. Yet she never complained. Every day, she sat beneath the tree, spoke to people, listened to their worries, and offered a smile that made their pain feel lighter. Life in the village was hard. People worked every day just to survive. Some were farmers, some were carpenters, others worked in small shops. Some years, the rain never came and the crops dried up. Other times, illness stopped people from working. Worry and sadness were common in the village. One day, a young woman named Emily came to see Grace. Tears filled her eyes. Her face showed fear and exhaustion. "I don't know what to do," Emily said. "My husband went to the city to find work, but he hasn't sent any money. My children are hungry, and I'm afraid." Grace looked at her calmly and smiled. "Sit down, my child," she said. "Tell me, what do you think will happen?" Emily wiped her tears. "I don't know. I keep thinking something bad will happen. What if my husband can't find work? What if he forgets about us?" Grace gently shook her head. When we think bad thoughts, our pain becomes heavier. But when we think good thoughts, our heart feels lighter, and sometimes, good things begin to happen. Emily looked confused. "But how can I think good thoughts when everything feels so wrong?" Grace smiled again. "Let me tell you a story." Emily listened closely. Once, there was a poor man named Daniel. He had nothing, no money, no food, no family. He sat by a river, crying. An elderly woman came to him and asked, "Why are you crying?" He said, "I have nothing. How can I ever be happy?" The woman smiled and said, "You have the river. You have the trees. You have the sun above you. Look around, life and beauty are everywhere. If you focus only on what you don't have, you will always be sad. But if you focus on what you do have, you will find peace." Grace paused. Daniel listened. Slowly, he stopped crying. He began to notice the good things around him. And from that day on, his life started to change. Grace looked at Emily and said softly, "You see, my dear, his life didn't change because of magic. It changed because he changed his thinking. When our thoughts become positive, our hearts become stronger, and we face our problems better." Emily hesitated. "Can my thoughts really change my life?" Grace nodded gently. "Yes. If you wake up every morning and say, 'Today will be a good day,' you will find the strength to work, to care for your children, and to wait for your husband with hope. But if you only think about what might go wrong, you will feel weak before the day even begins." Emily nodded slowly. "I understand. I will try." "That," Grace said softly, "is the first step." Emily left Grace's house with a lighter heart. Every morning after that, she told herself, "Today will be a good day." She worked hard, cared for her children, and held on to hope. A few weeks later, a letter arrived. Her husband had found a job in the city. He was sending money home. Overjoyed, Emily ran back to Grace's house and shared the news. Grace smiled and nodded. "You see, my dear," she said. "When we think positively, we invite good things into our lives. Problems will always come, but when we face them with hope, we can overcome them. Soon, people across the village began visiting Grace. They shared their fears, their struggles, and their pain. And to each of them, she gave the same simple advice. Think good thoughts. And good will follow. The villagers loved her more than ever, because her words didn't just comfort them. They changed their lives. And maybe they can change yours too.